There are a lot of decks out there, but so many cards have been left completely ignored or unexplored. So Team Starlight is here to see the jankiest cards and the jankiest deck ideas out there. This is Jank Tank. What's up, Team Starlight? Welcome back to another episode of Jank Tank, your new favorite jank extraordinaire TV show. Today, it's your boy, Marcos, aka Macro, and I'm joined by Declan.
What's up?
And we got Albert in the background too. He's just gonna be here. He might chime in with some funny quip, you know, that's what he's known for. But yeah, so today we got some banger submissions given to us. Our first submission is actually from one of our multi-submitter, like, is that the best way to call them? They've submitted to us deck lists multiple times at this point, and this deck is a Solar Ray Burn Fairy control deck that looked extremely interesting on paper. If you don't know what Solar Ray is, it inflicts 600 points of damage to your opponent's life for each face-up light monster on your side of the field, which pairs extremely well with the Agent of Creation Venus getting all the shine balls out, because that means at minimum you have 2400 burn damage, but you can have up to what, like 3000 in one turn, which is kind of like, that's a third of the life point total right there.
Yeah, this deck it seems to be inspired by something I've seen by Tim OD, which is like a GOAT player, and he was running some other cool cards like Creature Swap, which honestly could work in this deck too, because you run all the recruiters and the shine balls that are bricks, so you just like give them to your opponent and you swing over them. But he's opted for, I don't know if he played Reflect Bounder. Like,
yeah, this is new. It's not even a fairy. I thought it was a fairy, but it's a machine. What? It's a light machine, which I guess you could use Elton. It's an Elton target. That's kind of cool. But I guess if before damage calculation, if this card is being attacked by an opponent's monster and was in attack position, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attacking monster's attack. Then if you do after damage calculation, destroy this card. So like, it's just a magic cylinder. Yeah, it gets destroyed and you still take damage from your opponent, but depending on how big the opponent's monster is, Reflect Bounder, you could summon Reflect Bounder and it's basically Spirit Reaper. Because like, if they're low enough, like theoretically, like, this is actually a problem card.
Yeah, I think like this one's awkward because like your opponent kind of has to play into it, so I don't love that per se, but it does put your opponent in some awkward situations, and maybe you summon it early and so they play into it by like burning themselves because they figure no big deal, and then you hit them with a Solar Ray or like a Honest later in the game. We've also got Zoma, Ceasefire, and Magic Cylinder, which are just like other burn cards that can like kind of surprise your opponent. Like you can flip Zoma end phase, then switch it to attack, crash into your opponent, deal them a bunch of burn damage. The side deck looks like pretty fairy typical, I would say, like just siding a bunch of cards for like deck devastation. We got the triple purple to negate that. You got the Cyber Dragons, you got the Nox for Raikou, Hamster Caius, and then the Oppressions because it is fairies, and fairies do pretty well under oppression.
Yeah, not to mention the Marshmalon. I didn't even see Marshmalon because I forgot this card's real. But this is also kind of a burn card, kind of unexpected.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like if you know they're on fairies, they're rarely gonna attack your set monster a lot of the time, especially if you don't flip it up after a while. But like in the first round, this to me is like one of the cards you side out immediately. But like in the first round, when they attack into this, it's like 1000 is huge, while also being a Spirit Reaper. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, also, I just realized Honest is so trivial in this deck, but I realized it's a non-GOAT card that acts like a burn spell, because it's just free burn and keeps your body, so definitely a good amount of burn in the deck.
Now that you point that out, like, Honest kind of acts, you're right, like, it does feel like a burn card. Like, maybe Burn Fairies is kind of a way to go forward. Maybe not in the main deck, but like, I've always wanted to make Agent of Creation Venus good in this format, but it just feels like a little too slow or a little too bricky with the shine balls. But giving it like that payoff feels kind of valuable. So we'll see how it goes in our first replay, shall we? Okay, so here's our first replay. Let's see what they're up to. So we're opening up pretty bad hand, honestly.
Yeah, this looks pretty awful, like, but our opponent's playing
never mind, the
Spaceships.
hand just became so good. And now we can just do the multiple shine balls. You can get all three of them actually, because the shine ball, you can special the one in hand as well, which I think is gonna
might as well. And I'm sure he's gonna run over with Honest. So here's the
Okay,
burn spell coming into play.
and here's the Honest being used. So this is already a 3100 damage being inflicted to the opponent just in turn 1. And then when you set the solar ray, that's going to put him at like only 2500 life left, which is a pretty easy number to break through, especially with another Honest, right?
Yeah, let's see. What does this spaceship do?
If it destroys a monster battle, you can make a second attack. But he's just trying to make sure that the doesn't get the effect to pop the setback row, because that's a pretty good effect. So yeah, he activates the
Right.
solar ray on attack declaration, so you get his maximum amount of burn. He's at 29 now. No, he's at 25 now, like I said. Unfortunately, though, he's gonna be able to make a second attack in a row. Oh, he's gonna be able to clear them all.
Whoa, wait. Oh, because yeah, this is not once per. Oh
Yeah,
wait, no.
yeah. Anytime he destroys a monster by battle, so he destroyed a monster by battle, made a second attack in a row. Then after killing the second shine ball, he made a token, and then the token killed the third shine
Wow.
ball. That's actually crazy value that he got there. It's like one of the
I
few decks
know.
that
It
counters
countered their shine
shine balls.
balls.
But the still purity and light is actually going to be really big, especially the shining angel. All your monsters are bigger than this guy. He's first just going to swing. Oh, damage step, limiter removal comes out. Are these
Whoa.
both machines? Yeah, these are both machines. So they'll both be destroyed. But he gets his effect to special summon another tokens. So even though in end phase they will be destroyed, he still gets that keeps the token, which is kind of nice. Oh, here comes another one. What does this one do? It gains 400 attack or targets a spell or special summons a token. Okay.
More tokens incoming, but we get the special summon from deck into floating into another shining angel, which is bigger than all of these tokens. So, I mean, that's pretty good. And now we're gonna be able to summon this soul of purity and light with impunity.
Yeah, I think you just swing over the token. Oh, the monsters. Yeah, I guess you don't have to. And one of the tokens, he's only at 500 life. He dies to a shine ball. Like, oh no, he's at 1500 life.
Yeah.
Okay, he's pretty low though. Like this is a very low amount of life. He's running machinas. That makes sense. You're running a ton of machines. They're all machines that you're playing with.
Wait, shouldn't the person? Why did both their tokens die? That was weird.
I
Didn't they have a monster and 2 tokens? Am I tripping?
it says destroyed if this card's no longer on the field. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had
I'm
to think
learning
about
my
it. No, I didn't know
spaceships.
either. I was also in the same. I had to assume. It has a long effect. I didn't want to read it all. Oh my god, he's going for game
Oh
though.
my god.
Can he go for game here? DD Warrior Lady's a card. Yeah, he
Let's
can he just go into
see.
another Shining Angel? And if he just goes like honest, I would just go honest here. Oh, I would have gone honest because
Whoa.
if I draw any monster like this, it was just game. Like like
Right.
legitimately, like I know it's crazy, but like that's just the way I play, dog. I go for the kill shot, dude. Look
Okay,
at
he's just gonna draw it. No worries.
I mean, the Herald
And
can make Catastrophe, but a Catastrophe doesn't do anything. Ceasefire is gonna be enough. That's so crazy.
wow.
Oh my
Ceasefire for
god, for
game.
2000. This is a burn deck. Ceasefire, one of the strongest burn cards in this format. Also really good in this format against Raikos and stuff as well.
I know. I wish it could see more play. It's just too like randomly niche, and burn is so nerfed in Edison.
Honestly, a good thing. Good that it is nerfed. Honestly, like it feels really bad. The Zoma finally gets set here. He could crash the Zoma and just burn him for 1800, which is kind of nice. Which
Yeah, let's see if he flips it in end phase
no,
here.
he didn't.
Nope.
He forgot.
Okay.
He didn't want to. Ooh, he summons an honest, which makes sense because he's running the light machines.
Yeah, I'm surprised we just passed there. Not trying to like sack him with like a DL, banish and then crash. Some sort of played
now
out. This
now here
but
comes the Zoma.
Here we go.
We're doing it this, yeah. We got the Zoma out here. Putting a token in the back row because these things still take up a back row space. Very, very good on him to do it this way. It's much more clear. Activate Shrink. That's so good for us because that burns you for 1800, man. Like, that's,
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
and we still
Pretty
have,
good use.
yeah, and we still have the Cyber Dragon for like, to clear any big machines. And now we have the D-Alk in rotation that's active because of this. Oh, but here comes the Eltonin.
Ooh, wait,
Can you?
Light
Yeah,
machine?
I'm sorry. So you can't just normal summon. It has to be light machines. Yeah. He said sorry. It's okay. We forgive you. We're gonna lose Do we drop honest here? We might. Yeah, I thought of. You can't limit.
Damn,
You can't
I
limit
would
her
be
if he does
tempted to
it.
get that agent because that we have solar ray set, but
Yeah,
uh,
I too would have agreed on getting the agent. I think that would have been the better play. That would have been 3,000 to the face. But we can give 18 here. Summon another. I was gonna say summon another light monster, so that you can get the solar rated. Oh my god, you can get the solar ray huge. Torrential though. That's good though because it doesn't make your
ooh,
Dealk miss timing, so you can at least get the Shine Ball rotation, and you can get if this Agent of Venus connects, you have game. It's not going to connect anymore, but you do have the Cyber Dragon, so Cyber Dragon's going to come in, get some value here immediately, either by
you
getting
got
hit by
bottomless.
bottomless. No bottomless. That's unfortunate for them.
Wow, so you just hit in, yeah, and then main two Venus
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. You hit him for 2,000. You have the torrential's gone. Book of Moon comes out, but you still have priority. Yeah, you have prio
Okay.
to get one at least, right?
Yeah, and we have Herald, so it's like pretty. It's looking pretty chalked. Let's see,
Oh, we
Eltonin. We're
definitely,
gonna herald
yeah, we
that.
definitely have to herald that. Okay, here we go. Can we finally successfully get more Venuses, more Shine Balls? We only have one more in deck, but this is enough for game. Why are we attacking at all? Oh, Book of Moon, Chain, Chimera, Chain Solar Ray, GG. Okay, I was getting scared. I'm like, wait, what are we? We're playing a dangerous game here. Dude,
That was pretty good. Pretty good showcase of Solar Ray doing its work. I like it.
I actually really do like it as well. I think there's some potential with Solar Ray, man. Like the fact that you can burn for the equivalent of like a Kai's direct attack is it's huge. That's relevant damage in this format. Like I think that's the part that like this format always blows my mind. But the reason why I think Black Wings are such a dominant deck is because Bora exists and there's so many cards that it just gets free damage in on. You pair that with a Kalut. And I feel like there's so many games that anybody that has played Edison has definitely died to like a Bora drop a Kalut like out of nowhere, right? And I feel like this deck kind of has that same kind of surprise element to it that you can just you can lose to because you don't really have like no one's running unless you're running main deck trap stun. Like how do you defeat Solar Ray?
Obviously, fairies are kind of a mid deck, so they need a little spice in their life. I think this could be there's room for more burn. I feel like almost because I'm not sold on the reflect bouncer. We didn't get to see that, and I'm like, does this deck even need Christia? It feels probably like too weird to not run Christia at all. But I'm like, it could run some weird cards like creature swap, like Lava Golem, other like
Dude, I
burn
was thinking Lava
cards.
Golem so you can like still run Christia, but you can also run trade-ins and like you have like the ability to like kind
Right.
of just like run like a facilitate a burn strategy. Oh man, I feel like we could cook with this afterwards, man.
Yeah, thanks Jarko for bringing this kind of like goat concept into Edison. I feel like it could be continued to be cooked with, and Solar Ray was meant to be played with Venus, so
Yeah,
we gotta keep continuing to build on that idea.
definitely swaps though. Like especially if you give him Lava Golem, like you creature swap. Anyway, moving on. I'm just like thinking too hard. Next up, we got none other than our a fan of ours called Golem Guy, right? Is his name Golem Guy?
His name is Golem Guy, and for
D-
good reason.
This is incredible. Like imagine his name is Golem Guy and he's running the Golem deck, Lava Golems, triple Lava Golems, triple Grinder Golems, and this deck's entire strategy is to use Vengeful Servant to burn you as well. So there's another burn deck strategy. I know that Grinder Golem and Lava Golem have seen a lot more popularity because of that removed brainwashing deck that has started seeing a ton more play. But this is an original concept that, this is not an original concept from Golem Guy. Maybe it was him who originated it, but I've seen it before. Zuxid has showcased it, and he heard about it from a different person. But the entire strategy is that you give your opponent a Grinder Golem or a Lava Golem, equip the Vengeful Servant after you enemy controller, brain control, mind control, Mark of the Rose. Basically, after you steal the Lava Golem or Grinder Golem, you equip multiple or one or two or even three Vengeful Servants to it, swing for like 3,000, and then at the end phase when the control switches, your opponent who is forced to get it back will take 3,000 damage to the face. It also works with Marionette Might. Marionette Might acts just like a brain control, specifically for Grinder Golem and Lava Golem. So that's kind of like the strategy. You're pitching Marionette Might, stealing this, swinging for 3,000, and then returning them with Vengeful Servants. And then it's like, as long as you have two Vengeful Servants, that's game. and like this attack goes through. Megamorph is also in there to help you potentially to get even more damage going through as well. I don't understand the Krebon's package and the E-Call and the
Yeah, I think
E-Tele.
this might be his like take on it because I'm not sure. I've definitely seen this concept before, but I'm not positive Krebons is
Yeah, this
there.
is the part that I don't
I,
understand or don't get, but I think it's because
my theory is like Krebons is a card where when it's on the field, your opponent kind of commits to the board to like just start hitting you. If they can't efficiently out it with like a Raikou or a Caius, they'll like just summon a bunch of monsters and you'll to like make you pay more to keep it on the field. So maybe it like baits
oh,
people into committing for you to then be able to lava golem them.
that's smart. I see that. I can see that, and it also pairs well with Mystic Tomato, which pairs well with Mark of the Rose. So like it's just
Well, I
another.
didn't even see Mark of the Rose. That's
Yeah,
pretty
he
cool.
runs one because it makes sense. Like with Hidden Armory, like having the ability to Hidden Armory a brain control card is pretty good. Like if you already have a Vengeful Servant, but you don't have one of the like you essentially run what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 brain control type cards. 10 if Trag it happens to steal an 8 or happens Trag is also like a steal card. So yeah, I think there's actually a lot of really cool synergies here. The side deck seems relatively standard. I mean, you run Volcanic Queen instead of Lava Golem when they try to like play around Lava Golem. More just traditional burn cards like Magic Cylinder, Dimension Wall, Threatening Roars and stuff. Just a bunch of assortments of stuff. Ready to see this in action, man?
Yeah, let's take it to the streets.
And also the extra deck is relevant because you do run instant fusions in this build as well. I just caught that. And I wonder if it's mostly just to make Arcanite, maybe like clear some back row to guarantee, because I feel like that could also be really clutch.
Yeah, make Brio and bounce a bunch of stuff, attack per game, get that last little damage you need. I
Yeah,
respect it.
yeah, I can see that. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. Here we go. So, oh, we're up against Blackwings, and they open
Oh
Whirlwind.
Jesus.
This actually might. Oh my God, this is game. This could be game on board. Oh, it's not. He's just gonna brain control, right?
Huh. Yeah, they added Gale, so they already telegraphed Kalute. But we go Power Tool. Oh man.
That's cool. That's actually super cool because you can get guaranteed the Vengeful Servant, and then you can hit an armory for a for like whatever you want next turn. Like it could be a Megamorph. It could be if you finally get a plan. It could be a second Vengeful Servant, which can be enough because enemy control plus Grinder Golem is enough usually.
Wow,
Ooh,
if you're the
but this is
Blackwing
gonna
player,
kinda
you're
suck here.
shaking
He's
in
gonna
your
g-
boots.
He's gonna get Goyoed for sure, right?
Yup. Damn.
But if he doesn't have a back row, this is game. He has back row, okay.
Lava Golem one time. Ah, gores.
Well, here comes the Grinder Golem. He's thinking, does he bottomless this Grinder Golem? I think he does. He's not going to. Interesting. Now he's going to Marionette Might, steal the Grinder Golem. Enemy controller, steal the Goyo Guardian. Going for the attacks into 2 back row. Steals back the power tool.
Fear.
No fear.
Holy
Now
moly.
he just has game here. Now he has game through MST.
Yeah, you can activate double Vengeful
And he can hit an
Servant.
armory still, so you have triple Vengeful Servant.
Oh my god.
I gotta see what these back rows are. Bottomless. He should have bottomless it. Oh my god.
No.
No. It's
He
always.
doesn't know.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
That's such a risk. I get it though. Oh man, that sucks. You know what's crazy though?
But-
You know what's actually insane though, Declan? Even if he bottomless this Grinder Golem, he had game. Because all he had to do is steal the. Because he still had the tokens that were formed. He can enemy controller steal the Goyo.
Attack the monster and then just
attack the-
triple
yeah.
equip.
Yeah, because that's exactly what was. It's the same exact scenario would still happen. That's actually
Yeah,
crazy.
28 times
He was
3.
just flexing.
Holy
He was just
shoot.
like flexing at that point, bro. Like,
Yeah,
that's
and that makes me feel so good that we had game regardless, and it
Yeah.
wasn't just our opponent like not knowing what the hell was going on.
that's so man. I love these type of decks, man. Because when people don't know how to play against them, it really does feel like what just happened. I had Shura plus Whirlwind and I lost. Excuse me.
They're like, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and he's like over here, dude. He's doing some shenanigans with the Kalute set, which is impressive. I respect that. But
Trap's done though, super good. I don't know why we're not setting
yeah,
that.
I don't understand why we're not setting it like even just a 1-of. But here now, this lava golem is about to go crazy. Oh my god, it's not gonna do anything here though, because like right now you're kind of in an awkward position because you're just taking a ton of damage here. We have the battle fader, But you know, the odds of him having a 2 more Kalutes in hand would be crazy. We have the Dimension Wall. That would be kind of nice. We're just gonna save. He's gonna Icarus in end phase. I think we have to chain traps down here. We have the Fader to protect us from any big attack, so we're okay with. We're a little bit insulated. He's overcommitting. This Lava Golem is about to go really hard. Here comes the Fader. However,
Nice.
dude, the Android though in end phase.
Yeah, we got the double steel cards though.
Ooh,
Triple steel cards.
We do have the Krebins that could make us like we could Black Rose, but we're gonna go Lava Golem first. Makes sense. We Marionette Might the Lava Golem, and we're just gonna swing for 3,000. This is the cool part about Lava Golem. It's basically 4,000 damage if it lives, because you swing for 3, and then their standby phase they take 1,000. Here comes the Shura. Shura's actually not gonna get any value here because it doesn't go to grave. The Battle Fader doesn't go to grave, so it doesn't get the effect, and that's gonna keep us alive. Now we can allure, send over Krebins. I think we could just brain and then summon Krebins, right? Like, I don't see a downside. Yeah. We definitely don't summon first, though. We definitely brain first because you want them to Icarus the brain in the set, not the monster in the set.
Yeah. So we're gonna go Brio no bounce.
Yeah, it just wants the damage.
Okay.
Why not just make Goyo? Does he not have Goyo in the extra deck?
At that point, yeah, Goyo seems like the right play.
Goyo's also just bigger. Like, yeah, because like, if you made Goyo, this thing doesn't run it over.
But we never know when this bounce effect will come up, because we're gonna obviously protect this here with the magic cylinder. So now it might come into play that we have Brio's effect, but probably not. Yep. Just gonna switch it to defense. Whoa, what does mind control do for us? It's just a tuner, I guess.
Oh, this is not good. But he has the econ, so he can just econ away his own thing. Or just put in defense. Or I was gonna say he's just gonna steal the DD Warrior Lady. I don't love this. I don't love that play, honestly. Hidden Armory though is
Yeah,
actually Hidden Armory could be enough. Yeah, we're cooked. Yeah.
Yep.
I was being very hopeful with that.
A little hopeful. But this hand looks promising if we can get a monster. So what are we sarking for here?
I think we're sucking for like any just steal card at this point.
Yeah, because we can just steal, then double equip the double Vengeful Servant.
Yeah, and that's all you need. That's usually enough. The Gores is kind of nice.
Ooh, Gores is good. Gores is really good.
It will bait out an Icarus attack, but that's okay. I don't think if you're the Blackwing player, you saw a Lava Golem. There's no reason to summon this other monster. Like the damage.
Yeah,
is
especially when they have 6 in hand and they're playing like they don't have anything.
That's definitely an Icarus attack, though. You got the brain control.
Yeah, so we could Trunade, but it's like probably like what are the odds? This isn't doing anything.
Oh my god, he Trunaded.
Wow, no Icarus.
We're brain controlling.
Is this just enough?
It might just be because Gores
Oh
is
my god,
54. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
This is wild. This is more than enough.
That's crazy.
Dude, we got double hidden armory, brother. This is over.
Oh my god. Even if he dropped like a Gores on the second attack, we had the double hidden armory. Oh my god, that's crazy. You don't even need it. Like just the stealing card. That's why brain control is so strong. Like you don't even have to steal your own Lava Golem or your own Grinder Golem. You just have to steal any of your opponent's monsters, and it's just enough. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if the decks of the past in this Vengeful Servant, they were running Hidden Armory. They probably were.
No, they were. They always were. Yeah.
But Megamorph definitely makes a lot of sense, and I like the one of Mark of the Rose because it's just yet another steel card that allows you to be searched for. So if that is a new concept, like the plants with the steel card, I know we didn't get to see it today, but I think this guy's cooking. I like it.
The craziest part is you're totally right. That one through Kalut, like I don't know what his hand was. Let's show both for a second. He just had a Deep Prison and a Torrential. That's so unfortunate. Both not chainable in that scenario. But yeah, say he did have a Kalut. Sorry, he had a Kalut in hand. So this was game even if you drop Kalut there to minimize the damage. Like you see, he has 3,400 life. Like yeah, this is death. This isn't death if you drop the Kalut. However, because he had the Vengeful Servants and he just has to attach it to Bora, that's another guaranteed 3,400. So it didn't matter. Like that's so cool that it didn't matter. Like.
Yeah, both games 1 and games 3, even if the opponent played perfectly, it was game.
Dude,
Super cool.
that was awesome to watch. Like I'm really happy, especially like that turn one, seeing seeing Shura and Black Whirlwind like and still losing like that. I mean, I'm a Blackwing hater, so that feels good. Okay, so our final deck is actually a deck that I'm bringing to the table. I usually always cook something for the Jank Tank people. I am a Jank chef extraordinaire. However, I'm not going to take full credit for this at all. This is just a classic Manju Dark Gaia type deck. Manju, obviously, a really good card because it can search level 8 Fiend ritual monsters that can be traded that are big, have big stats, so you can make big Dark Callings. However, one of the innovations that somebody in the Dark Calling chat like a year ago, there was like discussions about it, was the idea that Hidden Armory was actually really good in this type of deck because Megamorph. We just saw how strong Megamorph was in the last duel, but it's even stronger in like a Dark Calling deck where Dark Gaia can get close to like 11,000 attacks sometimes. Um, but since you're already running the Hidden Armories, he was trying to figure out what other uh, equip spells you could run. Like DDR comes to mind as an option, but then he came up with a Bamboo Sword, Broken Bamboo Sword, and the Golden Bamboo Sword combination, because this allows for you to start drawing even further with the trade-ins, the card destruction, the Allure of Darkness, and these Golden Bamboo Swords. You can kind of like really deck thin a lot faster than you think. It's a lot more like, I wouldn't say consistent. The deck still is very bricky. I think it has a lot more spice and a lot more explosiveness than a traditional Manju version of the deck. And if running one of my favorite cards in the format, Quackimero Guardian. Any deck that can run Quackimero Guardian is a good time. It's also, I teched this card. I don't think it shows up in this replay, but this is another sweeper. You can target with face-up equipped spell card you control to destroy the equipped spell, and then all face-down spell and trap cards your opponent controls. In theory, like after you're finished using the Broken Bamboo Sword, if you draw into this release Restraint Wave, this can sweep the back row and then you just go for game. I only had it at 1. It's a cool card that I think is really underrated. Maybe we'll make another top 25 underrated, underexplored cards, and this will make an appearance, but it's making its first appearance on Team Starlight's channel on this deck profile. Are you ready, Declan, to see this duel?
I'm ready, bro. You're cooking as always. Let's see the replay.
Oh, and the side deck is a concept of like, if you just put a bunch of soul exchanges and Caiuses, like maybe that'll work. This could be better. Don't do this side deck. False Dino is probably the only thing for sure that you keep in the side deck, and like soul release and decrees, but everything else is, you can come up with better side deck people. Okay, so this is up against Destroy Us All, playing, I forget what he's playing. Oh, playing Gigavise. And he combos off, man. I'm just gonna fast forward. When Gigavice combos off, like, it's a little linear at times.
Yeah, especially when they got this. Let's see if he gets that 66% rounding up. Oh, man.
Rounded up, dude. And he goes to stars, and I was just like, yeah, we go to scoop phase. I don't think we need to show him any info. Sometimes it's better to just scoop. So now it's my turn to sack him. We got the Bamboo Sword. We got the Golden Bamboo Sword. We just pass because we can't summon the Manju. I equip the Bamboo Sword to the opponent, so if the opponent has like Book of Moon, they have to Book of Moon their own card. Set some stuff. Oh, I'm going way too fast. I'm so sorry. So basically, if you don't know what Golden Bamboo Sword does, is that if you have a broken bamboo, you can draw 2 cards. I equipped it to the opponent, set some stuff, and used card destruction. I set the Megamorph and the Dark Calling that we had here. And yeah, so we're just going to draw some cards. Yeah, so we just
drawing into Trade and Golden
another
Bamboo Sword.
Dude, we're drawing so much, and then we have an Allure. We have an Allure of Darkness, and then another trade-in. I'm just looking for a sweeper at this point. So I found the sweeper. And it ended up mattering. It's a skill drain, dude. And we Dark Calling for a humongous boy. And this is with the Megamorph. This is going to be game because I'm going to crash with the Manju.
Oh my god. So this puts you below, and then he's going to go up to
14.
What is that?
15,400. 15,400, yeah. So it's game through the... It's game. So
do you have hedge guard? Like
even with he still takes damage with hedge guard, right? Like it just lives.
That's how hedge. Okay, yeah, no, I mean I was trolling anyways, but wow, oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm just so glad I just wanted to show off the combo, and I think that was a really good showcase of it. Here we're just
Yeah, I
like,
think the draw cards are really good that they search you to your sweepers faster and simultaneously fill up the graveyard with like good targets. So I think there's something here for sure. We got the Manju. Oh my god, but our hand is looking bricked up right
so
now.
our hand would have been good, but I sided out the end of, there's like a ritual spell that can actually summon any of these guys, and I would have preferred to search it, but I sided out. That's something I learned. I'm like, oh, I definitely don't ever want to side it out, because like sometimes you just need to just summon Demise, you know? Like Demise would be nice to have, but anyway, we just swing with the Manju. Ends up working out. Ends up being a Fossil Dyna.
Opponent trolling slightly by setting that Fossil Dyna, perhaps, but
Yeah, Fossil Dyna's
he
kind of big.
goes Barbaros run over the Manju, and now you draw Hidden Armory. What does this get?
We're getting the bamboo. Equip it to the Barbar. I can equip it to the Barbaros and then use the golden bamboo, but I don't want to use it yet, like, because we're not in death range, and I'd rather just wait. Like, I'm just,
Okay, so
I'm
opponent's
afraid
just
of,
gonna
like,
attack in. What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of a lot of different things, but I just like, I don't know. I just wanted to see if I can maybe get the solo exchange off first, like, because like I had the solo exchange and I was like, maybe I'll draw a Kaius. I'd rather not, like, I don't know. I don't know what my logic was, but it's probably incorrect to not just use it. But anyway, I'm able to do golden bamboo, and now I can solo exchange, summon Kaius, target a back row. Ends up being a divine wrath, which is like, oh, that's crazy.
Whoa.
But yeah,
Man, that's pretty good for the opponent, discarding Dandy.
and now he's forced to summon out this Titanial. And so like this is a funny play. Like I have brain control here, but like I don't have any way to convert the brain control. So I'm just doing this just to like maybe he'll tribute the Titanial because like he saw the Caius. And good. I think like any player would probably do that. And now I'm able to just summon this Dyna and beat down and see what happens. Like
Oh
his
my
back row,
god.
yeah, like the Dyna could be enough, man. Like Dyna's good. I got
What
another
are
hidden
all those
armory.
back row?
Why can't one man hover?
Yeah.
Call
Call.
bottomless mirror.
Okay, so he just doesn't want to waste the mirror yet.
Which makes
Against,
sense.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
It's like you if in game 3 you probably have Breaker the Magic Warriors, you have UFO Turtles, like things that out this favorably. And I said my bad because I went to battle phase, like I clicked battle phase, like, whoa, no, I didn't want to go to battle phase, so I wanted to think. Because I had the Caius and I was like, I could just go for game here. It's just dangerous, but I'm like, like YOLO, right? So I'm like thinking because I'm like, I kind of just want to see if I can hit the correct back row. So I go Caius, and I end up hitting
Oh my
the mirror force, and
god.
he changed the bottomless. And I'm like, oh wait, that's crazy. So this back row, like, there's probably not bottomless, like a second bottomless. So I just go for it, right? And this is exactly 56, and or 59. I should have just equipped Megamorph because like why not? I'm already YOLOing. Because this guarantee, like I don't know what I've like. It literally called the haunted because he could have just called the haunted back like the Barbaros, and that'd be like he'd live. So I should have just megamorphed here, but I think he just didn't think about that and just like gave up. Like I don't know what happened. But like I had game. Like basically I had game. Like I just want to show you guys if I quit megamorph, it's game. Because but if he did do the play where he just like summoned Barbaros, he had game. He just had to summon Barbaros and then Marco the Rose, my guy, and it's GG's. But like, yeah, if you're already if your deck's a YOLO deck, activate the YOLO cards, right? Like we're already
Yeah,
going
might as
in.
well.
Like we're losing anyway. This hand is so bricked. We're losing anyway. Just use the Megamorph. So yeah, that's the deck in action. I'm game 2. I feel like showcase the bamboo sword combination a little bit more aggressively. The deck is not nowhere near perfect at all. I think there's actually like a lot of really cool hidden, if you will, synergies with bamboo sword and hidden armory that I feel like have yet to be explored. Could be like an Amaryllis deck that runs it. I don't know. Just decks that can run hidden armory. Something to consider for like just another way to just start drawing cards and stuff. It's a pretty sick equip spell, honestly.
All right, let's rate these decks, Marcos, as we do at the end of every video.
Let's start first with Fairy Burn. So what are we thinking?
So my thoughts are, This has to be better. This is not jank. This is at least mid and possibly has potential. And I almost want to put it in has potential for the sake of like, obviously we know fairies aren't the greatest deck in Edison format. Maybe they need to adapt to be a little bit more on the cheesy side. And I think that there's a lot of burn damage that can be done. And the fact that Honest is essentially a burn spell, like maybe we just need to lean into that a little bit more, work on the ratios here. So I honestly actually want to say that this one has some potential because it is like fairies are good enough to just like be like an okay deck that like can top events. So why not this type of fairy deck?
I would say that I would rather put this in mid because I do think that parts of this deck has potential. I think this version of it, like the way that Jarko has built it, is definitely like version 1. Like we definitely need to get to version 5 before I can say it has potential. But like these Solar Ray is definitely like the card that is like standing out to me as like should be a staple or should see some more play in like fairy decks. And I always thought that Venus should see more play in fairy decks as well. But yeah, I'm down to put it in has potential if that's where you want to put it.
Yeah,
Man.
I think when I say has potential, I mean like the concept, not necessarily this
Oh
40.
yeah, yeah. Then
Like
you know
so
what? Then
yeah.
yeah, I'm down. Has potential is where we're gonna slap that stamp of approval. Congratulations, Darko. You got the highest approval we can give a jank deck. Actually, the highest approval we can give is meta. Like we
Which
just
no jank tank deck has been given
which would
yet.
be sick though. Like imagine like we see a jank tank deck and someone shows us like 7 replays in a row of it just like really working. Like I'd be like, dude, I don't know, man. That's tier 2 at least. That's meta right there. We got the golem deck by Golem Guy. I mean, I think this deck has potential. Like genuinely, I find this particular strategy to be really hard to counter. Like not every deck really has like unless you have exactly oppression. Like obviously oppression, Fossil Dyna are cards that exist, but oppression and Fossil Dyna are cards that hurt a lot of decks. And I feel like as long as you side around that, because you don't even have to worry about like decree. You're not running any traps. Like you know what I mean? You're not worried about like decree or more standard like anti jank counters and stuff. So I do feel like as long as you have ways to deal with like I think specifically Fossil Dyna like and Vanity's Fiend. But even then, like Vanity's Fiend gets countered by the Marionette Mite too, dude. Like so it's just Dyna.
Hmm.
I think if you can deal with Dyna, which like you have the Mystic Tomatoes, maybe you side I think what you do side is maybe like breakers because you might also be worried about Mask Restrict, kind of like stopping your lava golems from coming out. That could be a big deal. And Breaker's just, I think, just a catch-all card. Like if Breaker takes the bottomless, you're happy because bottomless is also kind of like dealing with you pretty well. So I think you almost side. I think like what needs to be explored in this is the side deck in a way that Gigavice is siding now. You know how Gigavice is running like Triple Breaker and the UFO Turtles, like just to deal with like Fossil Dyna exactly. I think we could be in that same boat of like just triple trap stun, triple breaker, triple I don't know other cards along those lines. I think we should be definitely running Cyber Dragons. Why not? Like
I mean, I do agree that I think this has potential. I was feeling similarly. Like we've seen that these like kaiju cards are just very good. Like you have to build around them in a way that's kind of awkward. It can feel like, damn, am I like, why am I going this far in to like support this? But if you come prepared, like the truth of the matter is like people just don't, especially in game one, like they're never playing around this, and like you can just catch people off guard. And as long as you're prepared to in games 2 and 3 with like what you expect, like you're saying, them to side in against you, you can like prepare your side deck to really heavily counter the stuff people will commonly be bringing in against you, and you have a really good chance of taking a game 2 or 3 off of a top tier deck. And so I think that this deck definitely has a lot of potential. I like how it's really fast. Like conversely to the like strategy that we saw do well with the kaijus at the last RBET, if you just get one kaiju off and like you steal it, you attack, you Vengeful Servant, like that can be game. So I like that a lot. It's really cool.
yeah, I love it. I've always I have this deck in paper basically like because I have triple Grinder Golem, triple Lava Golem. I've always wanted to make a deck like this. I just never had the balls to bring it to a local, partially because I don't go to locals enough, and when I do, I'd rather not bring this. If I went to locals more often, you definitely will see me bring this, like at least once. But yeah, I think it has potential. I think there's a version of this that could genuinely top an event. Like it can. I don't think it's like meta defining, right? Like it still has a lot of weaknesses and it's very inconsistent. But like, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I saw this in a top 8 at an RBT in like a year from now, like a version of this, like I wouldn't be
You
like,
wouldn't be
what?
surprised.
I'd be like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I see it. Like it has
Yeah, I think it's better
strengths.
than the fairy burn. I think it's the strongest of the three,
Oh
in
yeah,
my
I
opinion.
agree. I agree. Let's talk about the third one now. I do think like obviously like Manju versions of like the rock deck, and then that version of the deck has been around a long time, and I do think that any dark calling deck could randomly like do have a good run because dark calling just weirdly counters like Vayu and stuff like very well. But I won't pretend that like it has so many weaknesses, right? You saw like it's such a brick fest.
Usually I'm out here just glazing you every single episode, Marcos, but this is jank at its
Yeah.
finest. Like I think that it does have I've seen this versions of this deck on ladder before, and when you lose to it, you feel like they just got so lucky. Like it's so unfair when they just go like they're running the Mass Beast and the Valkyrians. It just feels like you were the 1 in 10 opponents that they beat. And
Yeah.
I think that this deck is like optimized though to be more consistent with like this very heavy draw engine. So like of the Valkyrian Masked Beast Dark Calling decks, this is probably the best way to build it.
But it's still mid.
I'm impressed with it,
It's still
but this
mid.
is at best mid, and honestly, I think it's jank.
I'll fight for the dark calling fans out there, especially for the person that created this. I'm so sorry I don't remember who you are, and I couldn't. I looked back on the Discord. I couldn't. You know what? Give me 2 seconds. I'll do it for. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I'll do it for you. Okay, I found it. Brickmaster 47. You were the one that brought it to your local. I saw it. I'm not gonna lie to you. He showed me he posted an in paper version of it, but basically it's like pretty identical-ish. I just swapped 2 Gaia plates for 2 Guardians because I just prefer Guardian. But yeah, this is Brickmaster 47. He posted like a picture of it. I just saw how shiny Golden Bamboo looked in paper and I wanted to buy it, so that's why I made this deck. So this was literally almost 7 months ago when he posted it. So shout out Brickmaster 47 for the idea. It's not my idea, but I was able to finally get some cool footage with it, so that's great. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it's not my concept. Shout out the guy Brickmaster, but yeah, I do think that it's definitely the better version, the best version of the worst version of a dark eye deck. Like the best, like of
The
all,
best of the
like you know what I
worst.
mean. Like if the best dark calling deck is like the Prisma variant, and the worst dark calling deck is the Manju variant, this is the best of the Manju variant.
Agreed. I'll give you that.
So I'm down to put it in low, mid, high jank. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm just glad I just really wanted you guys to see the combo and you at home to see the combo. But yeah, per usual, if you guys have your own deck list that you want to submit with replays, go to our Discord. Link is in the description down below, and you can be featured in the next Jank Tank. The jankier, the better. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And Team Starlight signing out. Peace.
Peace.